Hi guys, hi guys, hi guys. Welcome in, guys. I know we need to finish this conversation. I know I'm late, about an hour and a half late, but I'm here. Make sure you guys hit that like button as you come in, and thank you guys for coming in and giving me support. Um, we're going to finish this conversation about the Imani Moss trial, and we're going to finish listening to her dad's testimony. We're going to listen to her dad's testimony, and we're going to, you know, see what, you know, how we feel about this. It's going to be a lot, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to finish the conversation. We're definitely going to finish the conversation. Um, so just wait a few minutes for some people to come in. I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope everyone had a wonderful day, and I hope everyone is enjoying their weekend, even though the weekend seems like it go faster than the week. I don't understand that, but it's always like that. Of some sort. So just waiting a few minutes here, then we're gonna get it in. Um, Make sure you guys press that like button. Make sure you guys press that like button. And we're going to get into it. Just allow me a moment. Hey, Real Southern Belle. Hey, Christine. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all having a good weekend? Child, this is much needed. This wine, I'm just going to look, this is much needed. This wine is much needed with the day I had. But thank you guys so much for coming. I want to finish up the conversation, but I do want to have a grown folks conversation and drop the link and we all laugh. Kiki, what y'all want to do? It's up to y'all. Y'all are the subscribers. Y'all are my family. What do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to? Hey, Open Book with Michelle Jordan. Thank you. If this is your first time here, welcome in. You are welcome in to Monica's News and Views, and you are welcome here to have any kind of conversation you want to have. I want to appreciate you for coming, and if you are new, we welcome you here. All of my, if you want, if I do give my people a chance to come on here and say something after I say my piece, hey James Guy, but welcome here, Open Book with Michelle Jordan. Child, well then we'll finish the month. Well then, I need to change my title. Let me change my title right quick. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I am. I'm finna go. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what I'm saying. We family. Always. 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 I am. I am. I am gonna change this title, baby. Just give me a minute to change the title. Hold on just a minute. What we're just gonna call it? Adult Conversation, a late night Kiki. That's what we're gonna call it. Look, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, because I know this will turn into an adult conversation real quick, like, and we don't, we don't need it to be under no child post about a man, and you know, so, but y'all, it's open conversation. I'm gonna drop the link Y'all come on here and whatever the topic y'all want it to be, what y'all want to ask me or adult things y'all want to talk about, there is the link. You come on here. Child, look, we all need it's no, I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's nothing wrong with drinking a bottle, not a bottle, but having a glass. I have drunk a bottle of wine by myself, but ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with having a glass of wine and just winding down for the night. There's nothing wrong with that. If you have not, then you need to go ahead and do that. I promise you, there's nothing wrong with a um, night of laughter and a drink. I usually don't come live on Saturdays, but I'm gonna have to take 2 days off through the week, so I do want to catch up on some of my lives. So y'all will be seeing me sometimes on Saturdays go live. Um, but I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful day. So what we gonna talk about, girls? I do want to say last night, if y'all have not watched the testimony of Iman Moss, make sure you watch the testimony of Iman Moss. He's a whole damn idiot. It's a bottle for me. Oh Lord, child, look, child, it's a bottle for me. I'm gonna be honest, like, it's nothing wrong with grown folks drinking and taking a load off. It really ain't. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. We all grown. We are all grown. We just grown as we want to be. Whew. Child, I done made my 7,000 steps and didn't even know it. Oh, praise you, Lord. Y'all, I try to get 7,000 steps in a day. It don't always work it out on the weekends because I sit down more on the weekends than I do it when I'm working. But I did make my 7,000 steps. So, ladies, everyone, what do you guys want to talk about? Since this is an adult conversation night, we're gonna have an adult conversation. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about, but we're gonna be respectful, child. We're gonna be respectful. So guys, okay, so let me I guess I have to start it off. Lord, I done got 6 people in the chat. Welcome in, everyone. I guess a lot of people want to talk about grown folks conversation. Everybody wanted to talk about grown folks conversations. I'm just gonna say this. How do you guys feel about Hey King Chris Ware, how are you? Child. I'm just not. I'm gonna have to have a couple more sips of wine before I get into it. Hold up, hold up. I hope everybody if you want to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, just put it in the chat and we'll discuss. Because right now my mind is blank. I know it. Like Monica, you just up here. Yeah, I'm just up here. So y'all, but I had something that I wanted to say, but yes, oh yeah. With EDP 445, they are investigating him, but he has not been charged. And the person that baited him with making like they were a 13-year-old, both of their channels have been removed. So, child, I don't even know. Why y'all so quiet? Like y'all got to come on. Y'all got to come up with. We got to talk about something now. Come on, Christine. Okay, so I'm gonna ask this question: when you are in a relationship, what are your off limits? Like, what are the things that are off limits when it comes to your relationship that's like gonna cause you to walk away? Answer that question. Since mine's, I'm gonna be honest. Disrespect, um, liar, cheater, um, and me, non-communication is beginning to be that for me too. Um, you can't build something. You said lies and threesomes. Oh my God. Hey, Miss Brown Eyes. Lies and threesomes. Hey, everyone. I had I missed last. I had to get me some water and everything. I ain't no drinking. I was out by 10. Oh my God. Well, little Miss Brown Eyes, I'll do better trying to come a little live earlier, child. I'll come up a I'll come a little bit earlier. Cause I wasn't like I was planning on going live at 9 tonight and I ended up going at 10:30. I had to do some stuff around the house. My kids, they still up and running. Yeah, Chris said not the threesomes. Yeah, like, have anybody ever like tried threesomes? Like, I have never done it. Nobody has ever offered it. But what is so exciting about threesomes? Like, what make because me myself, like, I know I'm the jealous type, and you can judge me if you like, but I don't like to share, not knowing sharing. So a threesome wouldn't work for me because I probably in my little crazy mind, I'll probably be thinking like you giving them more attention than you giving me. So Chris, what? 10 was cool. I drank that. Girl, I don't understand. What kind of wine did you drink, Miss Brown Eyes? I'm tonight. I'm drinking Sweet Walter Red, the red wine. Honey, we had to have something. We had to have something tonight, child. Have you, child? It'll be like, cause like me, I don't know. A threesome is a lot. Because you know what I'm saying, you have to pay attention to like you have to pay you know what I'm saying, you have to give the person each person the same amount of attention, and so somebody may get left out. But you know, whatever flow, I'm not judgmental, so whatever you float your boat, what you want to do, then they do it, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay, the barefoot pink Moscato. Okay. Oh, so see, I be thinking that. Well, I ain't gonna tell y'all what my mind went to. I was thinking that like the man, would it be like girl on girl action or it just be, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm thinking. Um, I don't know. Really? So you got all the attention. Okay. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all's a grown folks. I'm a good girl. I don't do nothing. Let me stop lying. But you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's ain't nothing wrong with that, girl. You know, I guess it just depends on who you're having the threesome with. Let me just say that. Okay, so okay, so when do you think that when your sex is better? Is your drunk sex better or is your just sober sex? What are you when are you your best? Like, when are you like, what? Oh my God, really, Chris? Jesus, honey, honey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Um, I'm a whoever entering the room. This is a grown folk conversation. We're talking about different sexual things. If you are not, if you're not down for things, talking about things like we talk about now, and you want to talk about like Iman and all that right there, come back next week, come back Monday tomorrow, and somebody, what? Who put Christine in timeout? Me? Oh my God! No, girl, who on my girl? How did I do? I ain't do that. Hold on. How can I untime out somebody? I don't know. I did not do that. Real Southern Belle. I don't know who timed you out, but it was not me. Who is this? Like, it's only me. Let me see. When you come back, girl, I'm sorry. You shouldn't be. Oh my God. What? I didn't see. I don't see it on stream, y'all. And I'm just not on you. On what? So somebody, hopefully, ain't nobody done hacked my account. Hold on. Yeah, they hate. Yeah, they are hate. Whoever did that. Um. Uh. Oh my God. Wow. YouTube. Jesus. Well, Letitia, girl, you could. Here's the link. Click the link, and you could come on here and you could just say whatever you need to say. There's the link. 300 seconds. That's 3 minutes, right? Hold on. That's like 5 minutes. Really? Because I know I did not put. I know I did not time her out. Really? Wow. I know I didn't. I didn't. I didn't even have my. Hopefully you'll be able. Is 300 seconds like 3 minutes? I don't know. How long is 300 seconds? Like 300 seconds. That's like 5 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. Real Southern Belle. Please come back. I don't know what happened. I don't know who timed you out, but it sure wasn't me. Oh, 5 minutes. Okay. Here she is. Honey, I don't know what happened, child,
I
but
said, wait a minute.
that's okay. You all here now. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna stay. I stay in Facebook jail, and I see now YouTube get me in trouble.
No, you ain't. Well, you will be timed out for 5 minutes,
Okay.
but you can stay on here and you can have a conversation. We can have a conversation or whatever, because you family. But as I was asking everybody, um, what do you think you are best at? When are you the best? Like, do you like yourself with the drunken sex, or do you like yourself regular, or it doesn't matter? You still gonna bring it down either way.
Mm. Is this a general question or for me?
It's just a general question for everybody. Um, think I'm at my freakiest. I'm being real when I'm drunk, but when I'm not drinking, I'm not drunk, but a little tips. But I am at my like when I'm sober or not drinking or something like that. I'm still pretty good, but it's still good. It's not as freaky. How about that? I don't know. It's just something about drunk sex that I like. I don't know. Maybe just me. I don't know. I don't know. What's your answer?
Oh, okay. So personally,
Go ahead.
either I do feel like another side come out when the blood is warm and I've
Yes.
been drinking. It's definitely a difference in a good way though.
Yeah. Yeah. That means for some reason I can do a little more tricks.
Now I ain't gonna. Never mind.
Child. Well, somebody
Oh,
average nigga. Who is this? Let me see because hello. Okay, thank you. Whoever you was, please stop. Get a life. Dang, I can't even drop the link no more. People try to come on here and talk, child. Anyway,
um. So I would say for me personally, it's. Mm, I won't say better. It's definitely if both of y'all, like both parties, have been drinking. To me, it's better because like you do get a little more wild. I guess
yeah,
it's kind of like an out of body experience.
yeah, but mine say I might be a little like my ex used to say. I used to be a little. I'm aggressive. I don't mean to be aggressive like that, but I'm aggressive. I have aggressive nature, so I am more aggressive that way. That's weird, I know, but I don't know. I'm not abusive, but you know what I'm saying. You more. Some people are more aggressive, and should I let them in? Welcome.
Why does this tell me that this is Chef Young?
Chef, stop playing.
Are you just something tells me that it's him?
Chef, is this you? You need to come on, get off mute and say what you need to say, honey. Who is this? Private message, nigga. Somebody just wrote nigga. In personal message me and said nigga. That's all you got. I'm just gonna kick him on off. Banned from the studio. I don't have time for it. Letitia, come back. But y'all, I don't know what's going on with you people, but y'all need to get a life. Seriously. I like okay.
Sorry, I got knocked out.
I'm sorry. That's okay because whoever that was, they were playing. Cause like sometimes some people they like to troll, especially late at night. Like one night I had all kinds of trolls, just talk calling me a trailer park trash and stuff like that. I'm like, you don't even know.
What?
people don't people don't even know you and get on here and swear they know you. Then we want to call you trailer park trash and all that and all that. Like you don't even know me, baby. Okay. Yeah. I ain't trailer park trash, baby. I don't live in trailer park. I own my own. Trust me. But anywho, what other questions or something that you want to talk about since you want to Kiki?
Um, I don't know. I was just chilling tonight.
Girl,
I was hoping Christine get on here because she be getting it started. Y'all just
I've been saying, you know what I'm saying? Christine, come up. Christine, come up. You ain't got to show your face. Just come up and do your little picture. Come up, Christine. Come up, King Chris. King Chris, Chris. Hello, Daddy Days. How are you? Welcome in all the new people. Make sure you guys are welcome. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from Iraq. Okay. Um, thank you. Um, I already got thumbs down. These people crazy. But anyway, um, what else should I talk about? Chris, do you have any questions you want to ask? Because I
Oh
know
Lord, because Chris stay ready, baby.
Chris, answer questions, Chris. Come up here and answer questions. I know you probably a little busy, uh um but let me see what other question I can ask. Um Girl, I'm just blank right now. This is not cool.
I'm
Um
like King Chris, and I keep drinking.
what? Um okay, so okay, so okay, your preference in who you date, like are you cool with dating a plus size man? Are you cool with dating a skinny guy? What do you prefer?
Personally, I like a country fed. Like I cannot do nothing with no skinny mini. I tried it, and it was. I told you before. I felt like I was robbing cradle. It's just.
Yeah, he's like that.
Mm.
I like mine's a little bit. He can be tall, not slender, little, but I'm talking about um like in 200 pounds, a little over 200 pounds. Cool. So Chris' question is, what are your turn off during sex?
Oh,
Okay,
do not sweat on me.
yeah, I
Do
don't like to
not
see
sweat
it.
on me.
I
Like
be
I
white.
know it's gonna get hot and steamy, but don't
Yeah,
sweat on me. Like ain't nothing work. If any bit of sweat drop on my face or my body, like we cutting it off. I'm sorry. It is what it is. By then, I probably done got me anyway because you started it, with the box. But yeah, no, don't sweat on me.
what I'm about to say. No, what I'm about to say. Hold on. You know, like you give it fellatio, right? A pissy. I'm for real. Listen, check this out. Make sure when you have men, when you know you piss just as well as women. Don't no woman want no pissy, smelly ass man. And especially when you want some woman to give you fellatio and you have pissy smelling balls and a pissy smelling dick. And you smell mud and your hair is a must. Ain't nobody gonna go down on you. And that shit is a turn off. Don't nobody wanna do that
It's
shit.
definitely a turn off because first of all, so I'm gonna need your hygiene to be up to par because I'm 5'7" and I'm a plush pal. And if I'm gonna take care of myself, I'm gonna need you to have yourself together, sir. Because no, give me a bougie man that wipe his penis off when he finished peeing. Like I'm
Something like
sorry,
I'm like
a wet wipe or something.
I don't like no musty man. I don't like no man with no stinky breath. I can't kiss you. I ain't. And I'll be like, yeah.
Cause baby, I am bad about telling people I don't kiss. Like if your mouth is not together, I be like, I don't kiss. I ain't lying.
You right. One thing about me, I'm not. I deal with that because, like I said, you can fix teeth, you can fix that. You can't fix a bad person though.
First
That's
of
where
all, ma'am, I done spent a couple racks on mine. If I'm gonna get these metal racks in my mouth and get myself together at 34, I shouldn't be with no grown man that's walking around but he is not together.
you right. You right. True. Miss Brown Eyes said, turn off for me doing sex is with someone giving me oil with just a wet mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, your bed with nothing like you. That's just one that came to mind.
Girl, first of all, sir, if you don't know how to eat the box, don't try it. Stay from down there. That's not your forte.
Have your whole bed wet. I know what you're talking about. Oh my God.
Just slobbing. Ugh. Uh-uh.
Jesus. Chris said busted balls. Lord. Miss Brown, I said, I ain't doing no kissing. Second of all, I have no problem with someone going to wash up before you bring your ass this way. Like me, myself, I have always kind of been like that. Like, um, before, because you know what I'm saying, us plus size women, we sweat. And so, before I have sex with anybody, I'm always going to make sure I wash up. Some men don't care about you being musty or sweaty because, you their woman, but I be like, nah, I don't feel comfortable like that.
First of all, if any man comfortable with getting it while it's dirty, I don't care. They supposed to be talking about you minding. And now, hell no. To me, any man that's willing to take it while it's dirty, he dirty. So who else you been dealing with that's dirty?
You true.
Little dirty dick.
True.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead and say what you want to say. Like I said, the video probably will not be monetized. But like another thing for me is like, I know a lot of people like to talk while they're having sex, but sometimes some people talk too much, and it's like
You know my favorite, most hated line?
what?
Who pussy this is?
Yeah.
What? Sir, if you don't do it right, it's gonna be somebody else. So why ask that question?
I don't know.
I hate that. Like, what? No.
Like some like
Especially if we're not together. Don't no. You're
no,
doing
like
too much at that point.
yeah, like I have had silent sex and I had talkative sex. The silent sex do get a little weird,
Oh, wait a
but
minute. When you say silent, like silent, no talking, or just silent and all you hear is, you know.
that yeah,
Oh, yeah. No, that's boring.
yeah, it is. I don't. That's one thing about me. I don't like boring sex. You got to be like spontaneous. I don't. I'm in a harm. I just can't do no wham bam. Thank you, ma'am, because that's boring to me, and I ain't coming back. Like
So,
no,
King Chris, I am the queen of petty. So, if somebody be like, call me daddy, I'm going to get stupid. Like, I'm going to call him daddy, but it ain't going to be in the way he want it. And I do it just because I know it make him mad and just make him go harder.
Lord,
And I just get what I want. So, I keep talking shit back.
Miss Brown Eyes said, I've been in Texas going on 4 years, and I've been practicing abstinence for them 4 years. Is basically because I don't know nobody down here, and I'll be watching all them crazy ass YouTube videos. Child, you in Texas where all the YouTubers are at hell. Miss Brown Eyes, I don't mean to cuss at you, but child, just like the the Crier family and Love by Erica, like they done laid down and had this baby together, and it ain't been nothing but drama ever since they been together. Child, like some people, we have to realize some people just ain't meant for us, and I'm getting that way, and I'm about to that point where if you ain't meant for me, bye. Um, Miss Brown said, "Yeah, I don't know these foods. Half of these people ain't from this country. I've been extra careful, but the tea is all I have worked around is me. Every day be like, I'm good. I'm good. I
King
am.
Chris said, lights on off. Um, Either for me, I'm confident with who I am. You know what you got. You knew when you signed up for this buffet, baby, what you was getting.
Yeah. So daytime, nighttime, it don't matter time. It's just time. You know, it's just time, child. We all grown. Like I feel like some people don't like it. At first, I was like that. I just wanted them off because I was like, I, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you're not confident in yourself, you know. But then I'm like, man, when the lights are off, it's still on or off. It's still gonna feel the same and look the same. So what's the difference? So I understand that.
I think people that prefer lights off it's more of a self conscious thing. So, because I used to be that way, like, no,
Me too.
turn the lights off. But then I got married and I became more comfortable. And I have only been since my divorce with one person. And I don't know, it's like a total difference with him. I was never nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Even the first time. I don't know, but it's something about him, period, that just makes me more myself.
Mm-hmm.
Whether in bed, in public, on a date, whatever. I just feel more myself. So I think people that prefer lights off is usually because of a self conscious issue.
Okay. Okay, I got a good question gonna come up. She said,
Wait a minute.
hold on. I drive for Miss Brown. I said I drive forklift, so you know I have the to interact with everybody. I didn't realize how unused I was to not be in touch, to be in touch. I know what you mean, girl. One of them boys must have touched my thigh, girl. I almost jumped out the truck, girl. You gonna be just like me, cause girl, I'm about as long as you, child. Whoever we get, child, they gonna feel sorry. They gonna be hurting because child, we gonna tear them down. We gonna tear them up, child. Cause
First
child,
of all, I feel sorry for the men more than I feel sorry for y'all. Like, just gone and
yeah,
warn the men up front, like, hey, look, it's been a minute.
child, it's gonna be ready though. You should want it tight and ready, honey. Tight, ready, hot, bothered,
Oh,
wet,
because you're definitely
all
gonna be hot and bothered by then.
that. Okay, Chris said, "Off for me, my damn stomach too big." Chris, really, we, I,
Mine too, but guess what, baby? They're gonna get all the rows with this whole 5 piece.
child. Okay, so what what is the craziest place you ever had sex on?
For me, it was a military base by the lake on a picnic table.
Okay. Mine was, and I got caught too, butt ass naked.
Oh my lord.
Me and it was like it was me and my ex boyfriend. We were going back and forth for a while, and we was like, my family had a big picnic table. Child, we got it down right there on the picnic table, butt ass naked. Then, yeah, on the picnic table. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah,
It
that's the
was
most.
fun because my ex before my husband was military, and there were times they used to have to be locked down. So, like, it is what it is. You had to try to make way. I mean, we was together for years, so we were used to it.
Hold up, read the comments.
Chris, not at the funeral.
Elaborate on that. I would be so scared that God go get me.
First of all, you're supposed to be grieving, but I would definitely like to know more, Chris. Tell us more. At a freaking funeral. That's about bad as the dang on church function.
People have done it to church, child, in the bathroom, in the
I told
closet.
you that's how I was conceived, girl. 34 years ago.
Your mom and dad just didn't know what they were doing. They were just up there having sex in the church. Jeez.
It ended up with a whole baby.
Well,
I am weak at a funeral.
at a
Well,
funeral
I
home.
can't lie, because at my grandmother's funeral back in October, honey, my mama had this little fella to come sing a song, and Lord, my dad was like, "You supposed to be grieving." He was scoping a man out, and was, but I was gonna get him at the funeral. I waited till afterwards.
Mm, mm, mm.
The more attention.
Lord, it got even worse, Chris. Oh, Lord. Chris. Chris said he done did the hobo attention, child.
Wait a minute. I just want to know, were you at the
Tell me,
funeral and he
y'all did
was
not
there?
do it in front of the dead people. Don't do it in front of the dead people, child.
I'm just trying to find out if he went to the funeral home or if he was at
He
a
went to
funeral.
the funeral home, child.
Oh my God. Oh, he did say at a funeral home. Oh my Jesus.
He said, "What? A body was in there in the next room." Oh Lord, jeez.
Wait a minute.
I have no words, Chris. Christine gonna say they dead, they don't mind. Really, Christine?
Oh my Lord. See, my stupid stuff would have been like, they watching this.
Then what I say, I be scared like they gonna hunt me in my sleep.
Oh Lord.
I was like, I can't do it. Don't I was like, Lord, I can't. The whole time they pumping and saying and you in your mind saying you can't. Mm-mm.
Oh. You took the cake with that one, Chris, because I
Yeah,
wasn't ready for that one.
you be
I
see,
wasn't ready for that one.
need. He said he was in college. He didn't have nowhere else to go. Child, y'all could have went to the hotel or in the car outside the funeral home. Oh, he said he was a. I mean, Chris said he was a CD child. Child, and you know what? Them CDs have. They do have the best D's, but they just ain't no good for nobody. Mm-mm. Do you know what CDs right is? Huh?
Country D, because I'm lost.
Community D.
Community D. Oh, yeah, I forgot we had that conversation. Oh, yeah, he wasn't no good. You-
Chris, you said he wasn't no good
He
because
wasn't
what?
no good.
No, he
But you are definitely right. Like the CD definitely be having it, but they got a game to go with it. So you the whole time you be out here stigmatized and they just be slinging it everywhere.
child, honey. And then you know I said the itty bitties have the nerve to be CDs too, child.
Girl.
Yeah.
The nerve of them. I hate even talking about them. The nerve of them.
The itty
Jesus. You ain't
bitties.
even got it to be out here trying to swing it out. Boy.
But they the ones that, like I told y'all last time, last Saturday, they the ones that get everybody pregnant, and have a lot of children.
And we made it clear because they ain't got it don't have far to travel. Shit. A couple pumps and they gone. They done. Like, don't even get me started talking about them. I'm sorry.
Ooh, Lord. Christine, come up on the line.
And see, I'm so stupid. That's why I can't fool with them. Like I know people say the size don't matter, but I'm so stupid because they be so arrogant. And I'm the person. As soon as you jump out there trying to make it seem like you was just doing something and you don't hurt my feelings. See, I'm gonna come back and hit below the belt. So to keep me from even going there with you, I'm just gonna not deal with you because I would say some hurtful shit and not think twice about it.
Yeah, I said something hateful to my BD that was a CD. And he was like, well, it wasn't too little. They got you pregnant. I was like, I was drunk every time.
She
And
Kennedy daddy said out and I was like, hell, I had to ride my fucking way to my kid. Like I took the drive. The fuck? You ain't did nothing?
but you look at me, my kids. She said I wanted a truck in the back of the truck at a truck stop. I have never
Mm.
had. I have never dated someone that was a truck driver.
My ex-husband was a trucker, baby. We used to start getting it in. That little
Really?
Peterbilt. Sure did.
Peterbilt.
Used to rock that Peterbilt, honey.
Child. But it says, I'm gonna tell you one thing about I hate about having relations in a vehicle or any kind of vehicle. It gets hot real quick up in that joint, and the window get foggy real quick. I'm like, hold up,
Not in them 18 wheelers, baby, because you can run the air and the heat.
really? Child. Mm-mm. Well,
The fun part came, we was both done. Like, what the fuck we finna sleep our asses up in this damn twin size ass bed. I'm 5'7" and he's 6'3". So we made it
girl,
work.
girl, I hate sleeping uncomfortable. I do.
I was in love then, I guess.
You was in love, child. You don't say I guess. You was in love at the time. Say
At the time.
that. Okay, Chris, you got any more questions? Let me see what other question I got. Okay, what is one of the craziest one night stand you ever had?
Dude fell in love afterwards. Like, it was crazy. It was one time, literally, like, we had been conversing or whatever. And
Uh-huh.
every time we would go out, we would always see each other. So I stopped going out because I got pregnant with my daughter. And
Hmm.
my sister called me one day. She my god sister, really. She was like, "Girl, that boy would not stop asking about you." And I'm like, "Yo, it was one time we was both drunk like it's nothing, but he had
Uh,
a good job. Like he was sending messages talking like he'll take care of me." And my sister was like, "You know, she pregnant." He was like, "I don't care. I'll take care of the baby." And I was like, "See, this why I don't do this, cause I'll get hooked. That's why I keep it to myself."
okay. Let me see. I had a one night stand. I remember it. Okay. It was a guy that I used to work with, and he had came over. He was good. He had it all. He could eat good, and he had a big penis too. Honey, I have never experienced this till then. That dude had me, my whole, like my leg was shaking. I ain't never experienced nothing like that in my life. I'm like, what the? My leg would not stop shaking. I was like, this man done. I didn't mess with him no more after that because I was like, you not finna get me hooked. And now he married now, but that was the to me that was like I have never experienced that. I don't know. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Not with a one night stand, but I have.
There, I haven't. I promise you. Ever since I have never experienced that after that ever with nobody, but that one time. Other than that, I ain't never experienced it.
It's been a couple times. So my little
Child,
tender that I
I
have
guess we be
now,
messing with some mediocres, child. Cause
yeah, because my little tender that I'm with now, so like the first time it was crazy. You know how you kind of expect it to go a certain way and then it goes totally opposite?
child, don't tell me.
It literally was like my soul just came up out of my body and looked at me and was like, "Oh, bitch, you gonna lay there and take this."
Wow.
It was a pretty good and bad experience, and I was like, "This cannot be life. Where you been all my
Really?
life?"
I have never had that experience but one time in my whole entire life. And he
And it's
did,
every time, like he's consistent with it. You know, usually you can get catch him and it's like a one off,
yeah.
and then other times it's just kind of like blah. No, he's consistent.
See, that's what I need consistency in my life, child. The last time I had, you know what I'm saying, with my past CD, child, I had to teach and I had to do extra stuff just to get me. And I was like, ugh. I mean, now,
Mm-mm.
girl, I never experienced that but one time. And I was like, man, if I could ever experience that again, I ain't letting that go because child, that got to stick with me.
Yeah, see, that's why I won't just really be with nobody because I ain't ready for no relationship. But and I don't just sleep around like that because I'm so scared and nervous. Like, I don't play with
I'm
STDs
scared
and stuff.
period.
Yeah, but like that's why I keep them around because like
Mm.
mm, it's kind of like we have I don't know. There's a special connection. I can't even describe it, but yeah, he ain't going nowhere, nowhere. So
So, Christine, why are you doing this space for? Come on here, tell me what you mean. So, what you mean by that, Christine? So Chris said, "What superstar would you sleep with and cheat on your spouse with if you were married?" Idris Elba. I think he's the sexiest black man. And Michael B. Jordan.
First of all,
Oh Lord.
Idris, Michael B. Jordan, August Alsina can definitely fucking get it. Like I'm waiting to catch him when he come home to New Orleans. I'm zooming across that interstate so quick for them
Yo,
little
you gonna be a
45
whole
minutes.
group. You gonna be a groupie.
What? What? What you say? Say
You
I'm 45 minutes from you. What's up?
child. I
Because
don't know.
August Alsina got that. Woof.
I remember seeing that sex tape of Trey Songz. Now Trey Songz kind of hung low for real,
Yeah, he is.
but
But
he
Trey Songz be doing some disrespectful shit though. So I've been
yeah he
cussing
be
him out.
yeah. Though I said I'm good on him. Let me think of um Morris Chestnut. I will cheat. It's just something about a chocolate man to me. Um
Morris can definitely get it. Him and Tay Diggs.
yeah, this is what I was thinking about. Tay Diggs. He cool people.
Say what y'all wanna, but I'll run old Paw Denzel down there. He gonna feel like Fred Sanford. Elizabeth, I'm coming home. Cause Big Girl is not gonna play with him.
Denzel Washington cool people too.
But
Um
he like he got a little meat.
who
Denzel.
we don't know. He might do. Um he said he got
I said it looked like he got a little meat. I'm sorry.
that's all right, girl. That's your opinion. Like sometimes you could just tell, like he ain't. You know what I'm saying? You could just look at some men and just say,
Tank
yeah,
definitely can get it because I want to know if all that shit he be talking in his songs, if he really about that life.
who
Tank.
when we
Because
fuck,
when he said, I love the way that it tastes when you put it all on my face, like, boy,
boy.
you going to be ready to leave your wife. He ain't had a big girl in his life yet, that's all.
But ain't Tank bisexual? Ain't nothing wrong if
Is
he,
he?
huh?
Is he?
You remember something controversial came out with Tank? Oh, I'm tripping.
Mm-mm. It's the lips for me. That's all I got to say.
He is sex. I had seen him in concert here in
He was supposed to come here. He was supposed to come to Hattiesburg.
I mean,
And something happened and he didn't make it. And I was really mad because I was on go.
tell you like what's the dude that be on Pretty Ricky? One of the group members for Pretty Ricky. What's his name? Baby Blue or somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody. Okay, he sung, and then they had some comedians, and then Tank was on the end. Child, that was the best night of my life, child. Oh, that was the best night of my life. Look, just
See,
looking
I
at
was about to speak on somebody like that, like, but I don't want to bring stir the pot. I just have to tell you that personally. Peter, little Peter, little. Yeah, you got that right.
okay, okay. So Denzel take a
Oh,
little.
I do remember the story about him getting head from a dude. But if I get head from a female, that don't mean I'm interested in women because the woman can't do nothing for me. But if she want to eat the box and we feeling each other in that moment, that
So,
doesn't mean I'm gay.
so what does that? What does that say? You were just in the moment.
I would definitely say that that can happen. And
Hmm.
I would say that I think people are curious. People are definitely bi curious.
Okay. Well,
I really don't like labels on sex.
yeah, y'all. Before we go any further, guys, I want you guys to wish Toy a happy birthday. Today is Toy birthday. He may not want to be, it's no one to tell him happy birthday on my platform, but he is a member. I love Toy, so happy birthday to Toy, guys. Make sure you guys tell Toy happy birthday in the live. Toy, if you want to come up and say hello, there is the link.
Happy
But happy birthday,
birthday.
Toy. Um, but yeah, let me tell you something. Like, somebody that can really, really, really talk about something is Toy. Toy, you should go follow Toy's world. You'll love
I'm
Toy.
gonna have to go follow. So I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, and I'm just like feeling it
Like,
a little bit.
you'll love Toy and the things he talk about and stuff like that. He's good people. And
Okay.
he is a he may not want to know, but don't want to know, but he is a survivor of COVID-19. So what I'm saying. Then he's his birthday. So congratulations, happy birthday to Toy. I'm sorry.
Yes, happy birthday, Toy.
Miss Brown, I said, yeah, people are back curious, but if you act on that curious, you're no longer bi curious. You're either one bisexual or you gay. I wish there was a better word for it, but that's it. So, like,
I
okay,
don't know. I don't think it would be. Well, I agree that it's no longer about curious because at that point, curiosity has killed the cat.
yes, because you don't act
But
those feelings.
people, I mean, people will try things. I used to smoke back in the day marijuana, but it didn't mean I was a druggie. So I don't know. Like I did it. And then some people try something one time and then they're done. My mom is not a drinker, so she drinks wine. She's just starting to get to what she drink wine, but I can't call her alcoholic. She just wanted to try it. She just still don't drink hard liquor. But I don't know. I won't say that they're bisexual or gay. I just think that they are. I mean, they've curved their curiosity at that point. Because
Okay,
if
so
I have a threesome with a female and my dude, it doesn't mean that I'm gay and I'm interested in females. I'm just not gonna have two dudes ramming me in one night.
I don't feel comfortable with that shit. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
just don't think that it makes you gay. But I respect her opinion.
okay, so Miss Brown, Chris said, I do not think if you just have casual sex with the same sex, it don't make you gay. Then Miss Brown lies says, so you believe casual sex, which equals to repeatedly sex, doesn't make you gay or bisexual. I thought the whole definition was to sleep with the other sex.
Now, if you're continuously doing it, that's a different story. But if I try something one time, if I get some head from a female one time, I don't say that that would make me gay. But if I keep going back letting her eat my box, then maybe I'm not as interested in men as I thought I was.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it just some people say they just love who they love. They like what they like. That does they what do they call it?
Pansexuals.
Yeah, pansexual. They love Chris said no, some people are just sexual. You know what I'm saying? Like in the heat of a moment, things happen. And you know what I'm saying? But everybody have their own definition.
I
But
guess
like
it would just depends because some of the stuff me and my friends may do to each other, and not all my friends because most of my friends are older than me, but I have a couple that are my age, and we do, mess with each other. I grab one of my friends' butt with her fine ass and be like her fine ass and say some stuff like that, but doesn't mean I'm interested in women. And if something happened one time, I wouldn't say that I'm gay then. I mean, because let's just be honest. I don't know. I guess I'm a different type of female because most females be like, why are you looking at her butt? Oh, why are you looking between her legs? Shit, we gonna look together. But it doesn't mean I'm gay. I'll go to the strip club, my dude. You want to go? Let's go. But I'm not interested in women.
and you know what I'm saying? And that's your choice. The way you live your life is your choice. Straight up. That's why I
The
say I'm not.
reason why it wouldn't work for me though is because, and I know they got strap-ons and everything that's in the world today, but I've been eating some pressure filled, hard on meat afterwards. Not no rubber.
Well, that's your choice.
True.
Um, that's your choice, and everybody have their own definition of what they consider bisexual, um, poly. What did these people saying they are not poly? Is it polygamy? You remember Will Smith and his wife talking about they are poly. What do they call it? Poly. Let me get it right. Polyamorous, polygamy. They want
I don't
more
know.
than a husband
That
at the
world is so much bigger than me. I don't even know all the terms.
So King Chris said he wants a trans woman. So do you consider a trans woman a male or female? If they, I respect. It's all about respect. If someone says I'm trans and I my pronouns like Toy, he say, I mean, she say her pronouns are she. What you say? So it's she, um, and beautiful and something else. She goes as a she. So hold
I
up.
can't stand Chris.
But what I'm saying is, and I don't mean to put you out there, but you know, hey, if someone is a trans woman and they want to be called she, it's about a respect. You have to respect them enough to say, "Oh Lord, y'all crazy." I can't even get it out. But y'all have to respect the person enough to say, that's what they identify as. So I'm gonna respect them enough to call them their pronouns. And then she, her, woman, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
But I'm the same way though, because I mean, whether I agree with it or not, I'm the same way. I respect whatever they choose to be
Yeah,
called.
yeah,
Um, and I'm bad about. I'm so probably comfortable around them because I have a few of my family to where it's natural to be like, girl, you know.
yeah.
So it
It's
doesn't
just
bother
something good.
me.
I'm like, yeah,
And I work for them, and that's one thing I would say I like about work with a few of them. I like working with our company is that it's very diverse. So we have transgenders, you have
hmm
sex, gay, lesbian, studs, the whole nine. And so I mean they cool people with me just
yeah.
as long
Like
as you know your lines.
that's what I'm saying. Like we all, you know what I'm saying. We all respect one another. We all are a human race. Whatever you identify as is what you identify as. We're going to respect it, and you know what I'm saying. I know some people they'll some people on these YouTube streets. I'm gonna be honest. They'll get on these people's these gay men and women live. You're going to hell, and God didn't make Adam and Eve, and Adam and Steve. I'm like, look,
Well,
once
I would be the first to say I don't have a heaven or hell put anybody in.
nobody,
And my
and
sins
you
are
can
no greater
judge
than
nobody,
theirs. So their sin is no greater than mine. So we
and
sin every day.
exactly. So I respect a person enough to know what they identify as and what they say they are. That's what I'm going to respect. And you don't want to rock with me like that, you don't rock with me. Um, Miss Brown, I said, no, I don't think it's a polygamous because there's somebody that married to multiple people, but it's something with poly in it because the daughter just came out and said that she's it. But how her ass ain't married. Um, no, if you consider yourself a trans woman and you have put in their work and have no problem with calling you a woman because that would be dangerous for me to call you a man. Oh, I understand to the fullest. Right, right. So, right. So, that's what some people identify as, and that's what they want to be. You know, they don't go by their birth gender. Is what
Well,
they
I
are.
love everybody. I adapt to my surroundings. So
Yeah, me too. We'll have a
I'm
slip
like
of
a chameleon. I can
it's
wherever
nothing.
I'm at, I'm adapting.
Yeah, it's nothing to shade anyone. It just slip of the mind. But it's nothing to shade anybody. If that's what you want, that's one thing about it, I'm a respectful person. I respect everybody. And that's straight up.
I just get confused with those that act feminine,
Right.
but then want you to call him a boy. Like, bruh, so we chilling and we acting like the homegirls, and I just can't turn it on and off. So what you want me to call you?
What do you mean?
So, example, if we're out in a setting and
Hmm.
you all acting like the girl, the home girl, but then if somebody say girl to you that's not part of the circle, you seem to take offense. Well, shit, you sitting here amongst women acting like a woman.
Well, some people, and I've been around gay men like that that says, "Hey, I am a gay man. I am a gay man. Even though I do be around women, but I am still a man. And yes, I am gay, and I love men, but I am still a man." This way they look at it. They say, I am not calling myself a trans woman or nothing like that. I am a man,
I
and
have a
I am.
cousin like that, and it's so crazy because she just had a baby and she look weird as hell, like pregnant, sagging and shit. And I'm just like, this girl is not pregnant.
Who's she got
But
pregnant by?
oh, dude,
Hold up, the hell? What's going on right here in this?
girl. But she would say stuff like that, like I ain't finna move no furniture because I'm still a woman. But you walk around here like a whole dude. She just
So
had a
when
baby.
she got pregnant, was she in a relationship with a dude, or she just had sex?
Oh, I ain't no telling what the hell was going on. With her, honestly. But she just had a little boy.
Really?
Yeah. And it's crazy because the dude got a little boy already. He was like, my daddy having a baby by a dude.
Hold up.
She looks just like a little boy.
So she looks like a.
Hmm. She's
Do
just
she
stuck.
identify as a dude or a woman?
Girl, we still don't know. We confused. We don't know. We still call her by her name, her female name. And it's been like this all life. I don't know.
Right. And right, Miss Brown Eyes. Right. It's just a conversation.
Girl, look, we said the same thing with Brian. I did look so funny. It was
It
so
do.
it looked hilarious. It
It
was
do
funny. As a matter
because
of fact, when I found out she was pregnant, I could have fell out.
you know what I'm saying? That's weird, like, because you saying that you are identifying as a man, really. You're a trans man, and you're having relations still with the opposite sex. So you are bisexual, right?
I would say that she is. I'm gonna ask her tomorrow. I'm about to inbox her right now, actually.
Oh,
I swear it's always the one that acts like the dude in the relationship that be pregnant. I just watched a girl on
but you know
TikTok.
what I'm
She just gave birth. Like she breastfeeding and all.
saying? Do she got a girlfriend?
Hmm.
Her girlfriend accept her being pregnant?
Yeah, but they did IV.
Mm.
Yeah, they did the whole in
So she didn't
vitro.
have sex with nobody.
Mm-mm.
Okay, girl, you had me confused like the girl had sex with somebody.
No, but I have a friend that's now married to a woman.
Hmm.
And they're actually going through the process too. And it's crazy because her wife acts as the guy, but she's the one that's going to carry the baby.
The wife or the girl?
My friend's wife, they're both females,
Wow.
but her wife acts as the male in the relationship, but she's the one that's going to carry the baby. The male figure is going to carry the baby.
Probably the reason why, because your friend may not be able to. Well, it just depends on who eggs
She
will.
can. She just she, she has diabetes, which is under control. She just didn't want to go through the process of having a kid
Hmm.
and then developing all these issues, health issues. So it was too much of a high risk for her. But yeah, they're going through the process now for in vitro.
Well, I wish them the best. I know a lot of women couples, you know, you do IVF when it comes to them wanting children or they adopt. They said that it's hard for a gay couple to adopt children. Y'all know that, right? Um,
I'm not surprised. I do have a question that's kind of a really ha 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 question, but looking back, somebody made the comment, and looking back, I'm just like, damn, a lot of people I went to school, it did turn out that way. Why is it that the biggest hoes turn out to be lesbians? Like, y'all done been out here in these streets and had a whole bunch of kids, and all of a sudden you want to be with a woman.
because you know why? Because they done had all the. I feel it's my personal opinion. I feel like because the reason why because they have done had all the dick in the world and they tired of dick and they they decided they want a woman because of the fact that they are useless to a man dick no longer can satisfy them.
Mm.
Am I wrong for saying that?
No, because that was kind of my thought on it. I just thought it was crazy. Like, when somebody mentioned it, I was like, that's crazy as hell. But then now I'm looking like my
Right.
friend, I love her to death, but she was definitely one that was wild and big
That's
time.
now people put it in the chat how y'all feel about that, but that's how I feel like, because let me tell you, it was this girl that I grew up with, and she was good at basketball and stuff like that. And girl, we was like teenagers. She was screwing all kinds of dudes and boys, grown men, and she is a dyke, and she dressed like a boy and everything, and has a girlfriend. And when she came out, we were like, "What? We didn't even
Mm.
know." I'm like, "We didn't even know." And then,
Yeah, because my friend definitely caught me by surprise. It was crazy because she had left to move out to Vegas and then she moved back to Louisiana. But she never came back to Mississippi and then she went to she's in Alabama now. And I remember when her and her wife got together and I was like, I started seeing pictures of them and I was like, this can't be. And sure enough, shit, the next thing I looked up, they was mad. I was like, ain't no way in hell.
right,
But she
the
love her. She love her to
yeah,
death. They
Miss Brown I says because by then the only thing that can handle them is something they don't ever go soft. True, but you know, I that's like it's some of them like some people like have had a tumultuous life. They have been raped by the opposite sex, and they just say some of them feel like they don't want no man penis in them. And that's how if this that's the way someone chooses how to live their life. You have to respect it. You know,
I love her to death. I just never understood. Like,
I'm gonna
I
be
don't
happy.
know. I think I just, and this is probably so wrong to say, but I just feel like it confuses kids. Like, it's already enough out in the world that they're seeing and exposed to.
Mhm.
Like, how do you just turn it off and then now you have to explain this to your kids? You know, you got two mamas. Kennedy probably look at me like I'm crazy.
No, because like my explanation on this, and I may be wrong, but you tell your kids this is who I love, and this is a human just like me. Who you choose to love has nothing to do with what I'm just I'm just
I would definitely say that's something that's case by case basis because I would definitely have a conversation with my kid. Like, I don't care. I wouldn't care. I'm still gonna love her either way. But I just
Right.
know I know how her mind thinks. Like to her saying that is not enough. Like Kennedy
Right,
gonna
you
be
have to
trying to
really sit down
analyze
and
the
have a
whole.
conversation. Like, yeah, you really gonna have to sit down and have a conversation. But what I'm saying is, you can tell your children that if you don't have to love another woman. You don't have to. You can have a little boy and say you don't have to love another little boy. But who you love is who you love. And if that, you know what I'm saying, then what matters the most is long. I guess as long as that person is making you happy and loving you correctly, that will
Mhm.
make
I definitely agree. I agree. I just asked the question. Like I asked that question because I've heard kids say that. Like
that they
I
confused.
have enough, yeah. Like I have enough sense to know that I had a conversation with my kid because we talk about everything. Like she's
Mm,
13, but ain't nothing off limits. Because
right.
she hear anything about sex and guys and dudes and drugs or whatever, she gonna hit at home first because that's how my daddy was. Like it was nothing off
Mm,
limits that I could talk to him about. Whether it was about sex, it was about drugs. Like my daddy know my whole life. He know more than my mama knows. So we definitely we keep. I try to keep open line of communication with her. I know how my kid will react, but I've
mm.
heard kids be like for example, my cousin when she got pregnant with this dude, like this dude, little boy, thinking that his daddy really got a dude pregnant. You know, I don't know. I guess I feel like a lot of households is not having real conversations like that, but we do. There was nothing
Well,
off limits that we talked about in growing up in our household.
and and let's be transparent and be real about this. Kids are now they are getting more mature earlier than they are from when we was growing up back in the day. A lot of our parents shielded us from this stuff. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. A lot of our parents shielded us from this stuff, and you know, we live in the Bible Belt. That's what they call us Southern people. We live in the Bible Belt, child. We
That's what they say.
Yeah, we the Bible thumpers. And down here in the South, they always trying to throw the Bible and the scriptures at us and things like that. And down in here in the South, yes, a lot down here in the South, people do frown upon it a lot. And they do judge you a lot down here in the South. But I'm like this: you love who you love. If that's who you choose to be with, that's who you choose to be with. And who I choose to be with is who I choose to be with. We all got one life to live, and we
Hmm.
got all see God for ourselves. And I'm not saying my sin is greater than your sin, is lesser than your sin, and ain't no different from your sin being greater than mine.
Hmm.
But yeah, we live in the Bible Belt. Ms. Brown, I said, feel like if you want to sleep with whoever, that's something you want to do. Live in it. You shouldn't have to have a reason, but I wanted to. I understand. Now, what you're saying, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, I forgot. I don't know.
No, but
I've
this.
always wondered that. I've always wondered for other kids because I know the conversations me and my have.
Uh-huh.
Because I'll ask her, like, sh- I mean, I remember coming up, I didn't have to worry about having the conversations about, sex and guys and all that other stuff until I got older. But now, I mean, you got 9-year-olds out here going through hitting puberty like they grown women.
Because you know why? Because the kids having kids. Let's just keep it real. It's kids having kids, and when your kids are not
Hmm.
mature enough in the mind to have kids, and now you're trying to raise a child, and you are a kid yourself. You're not fully developing the mind to tell them how to raise a child. You just out there having sex, unprotected sex, and not,
But
and
I think that too has a lot to do with the upbringing because I
mhm,
use my parents for an example. They were teenage parents.
mhm.
Boy, and all through high school, I was like, man, don't ever let me have a child in high school. Like, I just do not want to be a teen parent. Not that I had a bad upbringing because I had the best life ever. I mean,
Mhm.
at 34, right, to this day, I still feel like a kid when my daddy send a text and be like, hey, I love you. But
Mhm.
my mom was 15, my dad was 17. And my mom grew up in a household where it was, she had two-parent household. It was my granddad and my grandmother. They were married, then they eventually divorced. But my grandmother was that parent, like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. It was always, if you do this, it's gonna happen, or if you do this, I'm gonna do that. So
Right.
my mom was the same way. If you do this gonna happen. If you do that, that's gonna happen.
Mhm.
My dad, on the other hand, grew up in a two-parent home, and I guess because my grandmother made him be the single parent. So instead of my mom having to get up and get me ready for school and comb my hair and fix bottles and get me off to daycare, my daddy had to do it and catch that bus because my granny wasn't going and catch the bus on time. And my grandmother taught him how to build a relationship and how to do this. So it was a different upbringing. So I got different results from each parent. Like my dad, on the other hand, was more understanding. Like, hey, I'd rather give you condoms and know, hey, if you're gonna do it, my daughter out protecting herself. Whereas my mama was like, if you get pregnant, I'm gonna do this. So I
Mhm.
ain't never tell her nothing. I think it's again, babies having babies. My mama was a baby, and still to this day, she'll tell people like I call my daughter for advice about certain things because I develop a different mind frame when it comes to certain things from my dad's people or how I was taught by them. I mean, she's a great person, but it's definitely babies having babies because I think back to when I had my kid. My mom was in her 30s, like a couple years older than what I am now. I'm like, man, ain't no way in hell Kennedy can bring a baby up in here. Not at this age. But
So
my mom was a grandmother at my age.
how old was you when you had Kennedy?
I was, I turned 21 2 weeks after I had her.
You was out of school though. You broke a
Yeah,
generation.
man.
You broke a
Boy, I
generation.
was hurt. I was out of school. I was out of high school. I was going to college. I was in college. And man, I felt like my world came to an end. It was just
No, and
devastating.
right, and this what we have to do as Black people. We have to we have to break those generational curses for real, and we
But
have
I
to.
tell people that's something I wanted to do because like I just could not see myself having been a teen mom. I mean, first of all, like, that age, I wasn't really just out there. I cared
Mhm.
more about smoking. Like, I used to smoke marijuana bad. So I
Mhm.
was cool and I ain't care about sex. It wasn't nothing, not my thing. But I actually feel like I had my kid at a great age because we grow up together. Like, she really my little best friend. So I had her at a perfect age. I'm thinking, shoot, by the time Kennedy graduated, I'll be 40, living my best life.
You don't you don't want to know how my kids gonna be when I turn. Child, they still babies.
Yeah. I wish so many days I would have waited longer, but
Yeah,
I
and
had
it's
at the right time.
yeah, and then I ain't gonna lie. Like sometimes I be like, yeah, I want to have another kid for my husband, whatever. But then sometimes when like how my kids act and how my son, he's ADHD and he's like a child, two kids in one body.
Yeah,
I
we
be
are not the same because I wanted to be, I wanted to be the drunk single auntie, even though I'm the oldest out of all of my siblings. I wanted to be the drunk auntie that was cool and go pick them up and spoil them and send them back home. Like I never wanted kids. I had my girl October '07, June of 2008. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. Tie these tubes, take them out, throw it away, whatever. Because I'm done. I don't want no more kids.
child, maybe one more, but as I'm thinking about it, these kids, they all always doing something, always into something.
Oh, Miss Brown. Look, I feel you on that, Monica. Miss Brown, let me tell you, girl, you say you felt like a baby. Man, that's how I was, because, like, my daddy is my world. I was so scared
Yeah,
to tell my daddy and my grandmother, because my grandmother just felt like I was the perfect grandchild. Like, in her
child.
mind, if things don't go perfect in my life, she just have a fit. But I was so scared to call my daddy. I was like, man, this dude about to go off on me. And then my dad is a pastor. I got pregnant out of wedlock and everything. But he was cool. I cried like a baby, and he was like, "Yo, you acting like somebody hit you from behind," and was like, "Oops, she gonna be pregnant." Like
Child.
this dude
Which
taking
every
jokes.
time don't get
Yeah,
it.
but he was. I mean, he was total opposite of what I expected. He just wanted a boy because my daddy got four girls and a boy, so he wanted another a grandson and got a granddaughter.
Okay. Well, that's good. I know when I told my mom, my dad, he was dying of. He had cancer, and I was like 29, and I was crying. I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna tell my daddy that I'm pregnant. And my daddy, he was happy about it. He told me, he said, I know it's gonna be a boy. Before he didn't get to live to see his grandchildren, but he knew what I was having before I did. And that was like crazy to me. Like I was like, he said, yeah, I believe it's gonna be a boy. And that's what I had.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And
I
like
don't know, cause I had those feelings too when I was
did
pregnant
you?
with Kennedy. Like the moment I found out I was pregnant, first of all, she blew my high because I was high as a kite. I was like, this cannot be life. Um, I knew immediately when I went to my first appointment. I was 6 weeks and 5 days. I started buying girl stuff, and my mom was like, "Why are you buying all this girl stuff? You don't know what you're having yet."
Because you need to
And
have a
it was a girl.
child like with my little girl, with Jayla, like I was throwing up every morning. Then my woo-ha hurted all the time. Like I couldn't even close my eyes. It stayed open. I'm like, God, my hurt. It used to hurt all the time with that girl. And with both pregnancies, I stayed with a cold. But yeah, with a little girl, like it seemed like with Jayla, and Jayla ain't nothing but my mini me.
Girls, for some reason, seem to make you sicker from what I hear because I was sick the entire 9 months. Like
With a
I had
little
a great
water.
pregnancy, but the morning sickness was horrible.
Yeah, like you had
And
a
I
lump.
kept a cold. I was congested the entire time. It was so bad. And they kept saying, just take some Sudafed. They had me Sudafed.
My doctor told me I couldn't, because of the fact that I was pregnant, you really can't take no medicine. I'm like, man, I'm tired of suffering. My nose stayed stopped up, and I
Mhm.
stayed hurting. I was like, man. And then my attitude was even worse, child.
Oh, I already know. And then my girl was long. She was long, long too. She was born 23 and 3/4 inches long. She was long. They thought I was having twins.
Really, girl.
Hmm.
My both my kids were small. Like Jayla was 6 pounds 12 ounces. Jamel was 6 pounds 6 ounces. But Jayla, she had a chunky face. And then, girl, in 3 months, my baby was the chunkiest, prettiest little baby.
Really? See, Kennedy was itty bitty. She didn't start like growing out until she hit about 10. She's always been tall though, 'cause she's 13 now. She turned 13 October 4th, and she's taller than me. She's 6 feet.
Girl, look, my son is about to my shoulder now. He's 6 years old. He played baseball, right? They was like, he's six. I was like, yeah, he's six. My child is six. I was like, yeah, my child's six. He's just a big six. Ain't that
Hmm. That's the hardest thing. I know when Kennedy played softball 1 year, she was the tallest thing out of the boys and all. She was the tallest person on the team.
and then
And one of
they
the coaches was like, "We need a birth certificate on that girl. That girl ain't no damn 6 years. She was about 6. She was 5. That girl ain't no 5 years old. No, Kennedy
yes,
was
he
7
is.
when she played. She ain't no 7. She ain't 7. I had to get my baby birth certificate
Really?
and show them. Yeah,
Girl. That's what I'm
but
saying.
she
Like my
started
son,
pre. It was kindergarten or pre-K. One of the other ladies, this other little girl, they was almost the same height. Her mom was like, "Oh my God, I thought my daughter was gonna be the tallest." Like Kennedy was taller than everybody. She could stand at the back of the line and look over all the little kids' head. But her
girl,
daddy's 6'4", so he's 6'4" and I'm 5'7".
Miss Miss Brown I said, dang, the Mississippi strong babies, cause my 9 and already my show don't nobody believe he's 9. Child, that's how it is, man. Like everybody see my son, they said, "Man, your son gonna be a great football player." They said that boy big. I was like, "Yep, that's what I'm raising, honey." I said, "We going somewhere. We ain't gonna be in these streets. We gonna be.
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep him busy, and he
We
gonna be."
sixth grade the whole year. She was so devastated because everybody was like, she need to play basketball. She need to play basketball, but they don't let them play until they get into middle school, seventh grade.
Yeah,
So sixth grade, like all year, the basketball coach kept asking her, "You gonna play ball with me next year? You gonna play ball with me?" And Kennedy was so
did she
excited.
do it?
The pandemic happened, and
Oh,
so she couldn't try out because she was doing virtual. My mom was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer in January. So we
mm,
both did. I did work from home and she did virtual because we were having to keep her safe, and because she was virtual, she couldn't participate. And now
mm.
she don't want to play, but all the girls was joking and was like, "Kenny ain't gonna play no basketball. She like to get her nails done." But she wanted to do it.
Child, she could have her nails done and still shoot a hoop.
Not
Okay,
now, honey, because she was like, "Nope, I don't want to play no more."
tell Kim to stop tripping. Tell
Kenny
her
want to
she
be on the sideline looking cute.
ain't nothing wrong with it. That's what you want to do. But yeah, like I don't know. We just done had a whole great conversation, girl. But yeah, like yeah, but as I, with with generational curses and stuff like that, we do need to break them, and we do need to support one another better. Support black-owned businesses and stuff like that. Don't expect always for a damn discount because you ain't gonna give one. Pay the price. If you can't afford it, then don't worry about it. But
I just want to say this when it comes to breaking generational curses.
go ahead.
I wish um our people, my
Mm-hmm.
people,
Mm-hmm.
would talk to their kids more. Like in most black homes, it's always a consequence given instead of talking to their kids and finding out. I remember my girl 13. I was her one time, and it wasn't because she did anything bad. It was because I was teaching her not to be a follower.
Mm-hmm.
But so many times in black homes, it's always if you do this, I'm gonna do that, or
Mm-hmm.
punishment for everything, or
Mm-hmm.
getting a whipping for everything. I just don't believe in that. I mean, every child is different, but I just don't believe in it.
And I understand that. Like me, like my son, he had seen some things uh, that happened previously with my nephew. I'm being very transparent right now. I had to take in my sister kids, and to be honest, like my son seen my nephew get out of hand with me, and see me get out of character, and so my son has been acting out for a whole month. My son been coming home on bad colors. And I'm gonna be honest, I was whooping him because I was like, why are you not following the teacher's direction? You ain't been having no problem with that.
Hmm.
And I realized then Friday the teacher called me and was like, I'm so concerned about your son. Like Jamel has never acted like this. Jamel don't never put his hands on nobody. It's not the fact that he's not focusing, it's just like he's having a behavior issue. So I blamed myself because I was like, man, you know what, man, I was like, I did not mean for this to happen. Like, I didn't want my kid to be affected because of what trying to be good to my family. And what ended up happening is whatever my son saw, what it happened that day, it traumatized him, and he's been acting out ever since. So I said I should have talked to my kids about what happened, that what my nephew did was not okay, and what mama
Hmm.
hand the way that she did, that's not okay. And so Friday, I did not whoop Jamel at all. I didn't even fuss at him. I just sat down, and I said, son, what's wrong? Why are you acting out? And he was like, he kept talking about his basketball goal. He talked about, you know my nephew tore up his basketball goal, and he'll talk about the mailbox and stuff like that, and it traumatizes Jamel. So now I have to approach Jamel in a different situation and try to get and talk to him and see, whooping ain't whooping ain't helping him. He needs mommy to sit down and have a conversation to where, I can say, son, no, that's not right. You got to follow directions in school. I understand what you saw, and you don't have to act like that. You can be your own self. You don't have to act like that to get mommy's attention. Mama gonna always love you. That's what I talk to him and Jay. And my little girl, she's more open, but my son is not. My little girl, she said some stuff that I couldn't believe she said. She was like, I don't. She was basically saying like, Mommy, I don't like it like that no more. I don't want them to do that no more. That scared me. Because they're not. When you have like my children are not used to having a chaotic home. They're not used to having a lot of stuff going on. They're used to peace. So when you bringing someone else's to your home and it's starting a lot of chaos and kids seeing traumatizing things, and then you start acting out, and all of a sudden, you know, you you whooping them, and they like, Mama, you let them get away with it. Well, why I can't get away with it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
but and that's just it's not just with other kids. That's with anybody. Like I was just talking to one of my friends earlier.
mm-hmm,
Um, Personally, just looking at kids in the neighborhoods I grew up in. Me personally, I feel like a lot because our kids have a label on them. Let's just be honest about it.
yeah,
And in most homes, the remedy to it is to punish them or to whip them.
right.
I just feel like a lot of enough, well, not enough black parents just take the time to understand what's causing their kids to act a certain way. So I'll use myself as an example. My daughter's probably one of the most mild mannered 13-year-old females I ever met in my life. And I'm not just saying that because she's my kid. I'm just saying that because of what other people have told me when she's around them.
Right.
Um, she laid back. I mean, true, she like boys. She going through that little phase or whatever, but she's respectful wherever she go. Everywhere she go, people know that they ain't gotta worry about her. She's gonna be nice and treat everybody right. But when I went through my divorce,
Mm-hmm,
I didn't realize and I say this because so many people be like, "I'm staying for the kids." Well, you staying for the kids, or you doing it staying for yourself? Because sometimes staying is really more hurtful to the kids than it is you leaving. But when I
mm-hmm,
went through my divorce, she became a different person. She went from honor roll to making the elf, bringing the elf home.
mm-hmm,
Um, One day the teacher called me and was like, "Are you missing some money?" And I'm like, "No." And she was like, "Cause I hardly ever carry cash." And I was like, "No," but this particular night, the night before, I think got some cash out of the ATM, and I was like, "No, I don't think I'm missing none." And they was fresh 20s, so I couldn't really tell that the stack was a little thinner. So I was checking. I was like, "I am missing about $60." She just took us some money to go to the book fair. She was in like third grade, third or fourth grade, and so naturally a mother would have been like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat her ass or whatever." But I didn't. I went to the school and I talked to her. I pulled her out because they'll let you pull them out here. I pulled her out and I was like, "Let's talk. What's going on?" She only told me a little bit, but I found out me going through my divorce was traumatic to her. And so instead of being a typical black mother, it was just like, "Oh, we're gonna get over it," because we don't like to go to therapy. We look at therapy as something for the weak. But I went and got her some therapy, and she needed it. She needed somebody to vent to other than me. And
mm-hmm.
I just feel like so many times, and in the black communities, we don't understand our kids. We don't take time to understand our kids. We just want to discipline.
And that's why I made the decision that I'm going, like me myself, I am going through therapy for the issues that I need to work out that was traumatizing to me. And because of the trauma, and I'm going to, like my son, let my kids go to counseling because of the things that they have seen, because I have brought family members in the home that may have done traumatizing things to them.
hmm
So,
But in order to fix it, you have to be able to recognize your problems first. You can't fix them until you fix yourself.
yeah.
But that's good. I'm proud of you because most people don't look at it that way. Like I had to do the opposite. I had to put me on the back burner and get her straight because I went into mommy mode. It was like, let me take care of her first. And in the process of making sure she was okay mentally and emotionally, it was healing for myself.
Yeah,
But I don't
like,
know, because me and Kennedy kind of different. Like I can brush stuff off. She'll let it hurt until it don't hurt no more. And then
uh,
she's like, she's done. See me,
See, that's how I am. I let it hurt.
nah, I'm gonna forget about it. I might not bring it up that often, but if anything ever come up that's gonna trigger me to remember or trigger that feeling that I had, it's gonna come back up. But Kennedy, once she's done with it, she's done.
Yeah, like me, like if my feelings get hurt or something like that, then my like I might think on it a couple of days, but then after I say I'm over it, I don't think about it no more. And my therapist, she told me, she said, Monka, that's not healthy. She said you're gonna have to like walk, like deal with it and deal with it in a healthy way.
Yeah, because a lot of times too, like you say, your kids never saw you blow up. A
Mm-mm.
lot of times too, you let that hurt, those past hurt, cause you to react that way when you normally wouldn't have reacted. And a lot of times you react towards your kids because of what they did, but your reaction really wasn't because of what they did. It was because you was already frustrated with something else.
Yeah, that's why I
Or
try to
something that
like
they did trigger that for you to get for them to get that reaction. And it's not fair
right.
to our kids. So I'm glad to know you're working on it.
Yeah, girl, like I don't never want my kids to ever see me out of character like that. That ain't me. Like I don't never want to be that way or that person, because when you lose your self control like that, you can do anything. And I'm not that type of person. I would never want to hurt nobody. So that's why I say, and then this has affected my son the most. And you know what I'm saying, on top of him having, the issues that he has, it bothers me, and I say if I have to right this wrong, I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna get it done with the mode now, and not wait till later when it has been too far gone. So I'm gonna make sure that and I might do it for Jayla too. I may get therapy for my little girl, you know, just so she can be okay, to make sure
Hmm.
she's okay, because I don't want my kids to ever experience, you know, yeah, you can't shield your kids from everything, but from stuff like that, you should never allow that peace to be broken from your home.
Yeah, I think that's why Kennedy ain't big on me dating nobody right now. She's like, nah, we good. You good. Like, how you just gonna tell me I'm good?
Yeah, like that's wonderful. Like, whew, you don't know what traumatic things you do to your children until you actually going through. That's why I say, like I be working at the school and kids being disrespectful and not saying yes ma'am and no ma'am and rolling their eyes and they neck at you and stuff like that. And I'm like, your mama allow you to do all this to you at home?
I wish
And then
mine would.
okay, and then girl, let me tell you what happened to me Monday of last week. I was crossing and I asked this girl to, she okay, so it's a whole line of cars. She decided she gonna skip the whole line and just park wherever she wanna park at. And I told them, I said, are y'all coming to pick up a child? They said, yeah. I said, well, you can't just park you can't just miss the whole line. You're gonna have to get to the end of the line. They gonna roll their window up at me. And she had a whole bunch, she had her kids in the car with her. And so what she did was, I said, so you want to play this game? I said, I'm going to take a picture of your car, and I'm going to send it to the officer that is my supervisor, and I'm going to get you a ticket. Okay. She said, why you took a picture of my car? I said, because I asked you to move and you didn't move. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Oh, your scary ass. Oh, blah, blah. Oh, she cussed me out. And I said, you acting like this in front of your children. I wonder how your kids act at school.
Hmm. Yeah, Kennedy would never see me be that way. Like, I'm never that parent that'll be like, if somebody called, the teacher called,
Uh-huh.
man, I'm never gonna be that parent like jumping down the teacher throat in front of Kennedy. Cause number one, I know my child. So if a teacher ever called me and was like, "Yo, she was talking," she definitely was talking. Cause
Exactly.
that was her mama, and she get it from her daddy. Cause my daddy is a talker. She was definitely talking. Like I'll never do that. A teacher called me about a month ago. Then the conversation went from her telling on Kennedy to her taking up for Kennedy. I guess she thought I was just gonna be like, "Oh, well, it's okay. And I was like, no. I said I would come get up out my bed and come up to that school right now because what you're not gonna do is tell this lady what to do in her classroom.
Honey,
We'll
this
talk
was
about this when we get home. Her
like,
teacher was like, no, no, Miss Young. It's not that bad. She's really a good kid. Then man, why you call me at 8:30 in the morning?
exactly.
Now you don't want me to get on to her.
See, they get um, like Jamel teacher. She was like, he's a sweet little boy. I was just concerned about him. I said, girl, you had me want to come to the school, check him out, get my belt, and tear him up. She was like,
Yeah.
no, I did tell him I was gonna tell his mama. She said, but it was just he had that moment, and then after that, I didn't have no more problems with Otto. I said, girl,
We
you just,
just, I don't
just
know. I just feel like we need to take a step back. It's so much going on. Kids have so much stress. I've never seen so many kids like stressed out at such a young age, committing suicide, like carrying burdens and loads that they shouldn't have to carry.
because our parents, it's too many young children, people that's having kids, or there's too many irresponsible. Let me just go ahead and say it: irresponsible, selfish as adults that think that laying around getting dick and pussy is more important than raising your damn kids. Let me just say that, okay? I'm just gonna keep it real. They rather think a man is more important and a woman is more important than their kids. They'll put a dick over their man, over their children. Ain't no dick is over my kids. He can fucking go. My kids is going to always be there. You can go.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And
I saw something yesterday on Facebook that said, um, it may rain, but my kids will never get wet. When I tell you, Kennedy will never have to worry about whether or not we're gonna make it.
okay, no,
Never.
I
Like
ain't
I
still
don't.
nothing. Go ahead,
The
honey.
most stressful thing you gotta do is to go to school
Get your education.
and clean
Let
your room and bathroom.
Yep.
I'd stop fussing about her room and her bathroom. We both have our own. So if you want to walk up in there and it look like whatever, that's your bathroom. Ain't nobody gotta use it but you.
Mm-hmm.
That's your room. Ain't nobody gotta sleep in there but you. But you ain't got nothing to stress about but school, and that's one thing I'm not gonna play with.
Um, she done scared me. But yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. Like some people are so worried about, oh, I need a man. I need a man to help me raise these kids. You don't need no man to raise your kids, girl. Get up off your ass, get a job, and do what the hell you gotta do. Pull your
Period.
good woman draws on and do what you gotta do. You ain't gotta you don't nothing come above your children. If that man cannot accept your children, all he wants you to do is lay in the bed and screw him, he ain't the man for you. If he can't come in the house and help take care of you and your children, he ain't the man for you. That's
Period.
all he want to do. He wants you to take care of him and take care of and take away from you. You know, some men like that. They want to see you down. They want to see you down. They want to break you because they are broken. But one thing about it, baby, I'll get rid of your ass before I let you break me, honey. I'm like this. You can you can. It's all different kinds of penises out here in this world. But one thing who gonna always stick by you is your children. Your children will always stick by you. Y'all
Yep.
better stop choosing these men, these no good ass men, over your children, and love your
Women too. Women
and
too, because there's some men that's out here up under women. They don't care nothing about their
yep, don't
kids.
take care of their children.
And
Just
she don't put no demand. But let me tell you this, I have always been a firm believer that if you don't take care of your kids, so you can't do nothing for me. And if
exactly,
anybody with me, you gonna have to make sure this household good and your children's household is good. Because I'm not
exactly,
settling for less than that. And I'm not gonna let you do no more for mine than you do for your own.
exactly. Um, and that's the crazy part about it. It's too many of us women that's out here just carrying the weight for the man and the woman. While this low life is laying up in our house doing nothing but smoking weed and eating up all the kids' damn snacks.
Mm-mm. I'll tell them in a minute, baby. Ain't now dropping me off in my vehicle at work while I'm working 8 hours a day.
Exactly. If I'm working 8 hours, your ass better be working 8 hours too and having your own. I don't want nothing that ain't got their own. I'm sorry. I don't want nothing that ain't got their own.
Mm-mm.
If like I do not, and I just made this decision. I do not want to um live with no one until I'm married to him. I don't want to make no type of executive decisions like unless I'm married to them and we know that we're you asking me to marry them or something like that. I ain't gonna have nobody up in my house like that. You have your own, I have my own. We come together, we come as one when we make vows or something like that. But other than that, mm-mm, uh-uh. I done been like I promise to teach. Girl, I done been through too much hell and high water. I just can't do it no
I'm
more.
telling you, I think you need to do a segment on that,
Well,
overcoming the obstacles.
okay. We'll do a Saturday night edition again.
I think you
Hey,
should do
out
it.
and about and out. How are you, girl? I ain't seen you in a long time. How you doing? Ain't how you doing? God bless you. I'm cussing saying God bless you. Ain't this
Because I had to go through that phase, and I'm there. And I guess
uh,
that's why dating is not easy for me. I mean, I ain't never been an easy person to date, no way, because my daddy and my ex-husband definitely set the standards high for anybody. And I know that sounds so crazy because I said my ex-husband, but he's my ex-husband because he had his own issues,
right?
his own womanizing issues. But I can't take away the fact that he was a great man. When it came to me and Kennedy, there was nothing we lacked. When it came to our household, there was nothing we lacked. I never had to worry about what he had at night, when he
Mm-hmm.
coming home, what he doing with
Mm-hmm.
his money. Like that was never a problem. He just I think it's an insecurity within himself that he had to talk to multiple people. Like it gave him a thrill. That's cool, sir. Do that on your own. But
It's,
my
you can't
daddy
do
and my ex-husband have
it.
set the standard so high for me, and like I'm not about to settle. Sir, I feel like I pay all these bills by myself now, so you ain't thought I need you up in here with you. I don't need another child to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
Do something for me I can't do for myself.
Exactly. No one. Okay, well, I got to come your way out and about. I got to come your way and check you out and see what you've been doing. We just up here. We just having a very deep adult conversation. Um, but you're right, Letitia. That's why I feel like you know what I'm saying. Like I don't, I don't need. I guess I'm so independent that I don't need no man to come here. Oh, that's all you got to offer is. You know what I'm saying. Some people feel like money holds a lot of weight. If you got your own, what else can you offer me?
Nothing. And I'm gonna tell you, it's so many women out here though. Like the whole $40 joke, it's a bunch of $40 chicks out here. I'm just being real. Like, I
Bill
won't go
bills.
into
I
that.
got one phone bill. I got house payment. I got, stuff that I need to take, you know what I'm saying, that I basically do on my own light bill and all that. But what can you add? What can you have to ask this question? What value can you add to my life? What
Period.
are you going to add to my life besides dick and problems? That's the
Hmm.
question I have. Are you going to be the provider that you say you're gonna be? Or are you just gonna play games? Because ain't nobody like I'm too grown for mind games. Either you gonna be grown, or you can go on.
I'm gonna say this though. I feel like I don't know. The culture and times have changed. So I'm 34, but I'm very old school when it comes to dating and relationships and marriages. Like now, the people get married for the wedding, for the show. No one takes serious the union.
And
No
see,
one
me,
takes
I'm
serious.
a serious person, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm a serious person. I'm gonna take those vows serious. I'm not gonna be sitting up here playing, getting married just so I can say I got somebody. No,
Hmm. Yeah, I get that question a lot. Like, why you stayed for so long and blah blah blah. And I said, and my answer was simple because I went before God. Now I play all day on social media,
Uh-huh.
but that's just me. I play all day, but when it comes to my faith in God, I don't play with that. When it comes to my religion and my relationship with Him, I don't play with that. So I took my vows serious. And one thing my daddy told me, because my daddy don't get in my business. My daddy, this dude said we dusted. Boy, bye.
Dude, all I gotta do is put him in time out. He don't know what Dusty is. I ain't gonna say nothing ugly, cause my daughter's saying right here. But I'm just gonna time you out. Don't come back. Just want some
Um,
attention. It
mm-mm.
probably is a troll or it's somebody that probably fell out with me or something and wanted to come on here and say something ugly.
Boy, so we dusty. Boy, you could put me next to you on any day and I will outdo you. Just for the record. But anyway,
Hi,
um, you know, made me forget what I was about to say.
child, I see the comment on my thing. Let me block. Let me block you. Okay, now I can see. Then you go. Rashawn Smith. Well, then why are you Rashawn Smith? Well, then why are you here? And why? You know what? I ain't even gonna do that. Hi, user, and I'm gonna time you out too. Thank you. And I'm gonna
Whew,
block.
sound like you stepped on some toes talking about these no good men, honey. They start coming out the works.
Child, I don't know why they mad. Cause we calling you out, honey. The truth is the light. And I ain't saying that ain't no women that's no good. There's some no good women out here.
Mm-hmm.
There's some no good men.
They done made me forget what I was about to say. Because I was about to go off, but I had to remember that I'm a guest on here. So,
Girl, I'm blocking whoever this Rashawn Smith is trying to call somebody dust. Yeah, they big man, but that's fine. We still gonna talk about you.
anywho, it's those kind.
Yeah,
The reason
like
I would say to myself, um, speaking of, I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they did that because my message to men, like our men got to start taking better, looking out for black women more. To me,
right,
that was just ultimately disrespectful to say somebody's dusty. Because one thing about me, I ain't got it all together,
but I
but
ain't dust.
I bet you can match me on your worst day.
Exactly.
Um, but black men have to definitely start taking care of black women more. Like I did, I've never understood how can you disrespect something that birthed you.
Exactly. Exactly. Why would you put your hands on someone or a woman? What have that woman done to you? You are so that insecure about a beautiful black woman that you will tear her down to the point where you abuse her mentally and physically.
I never
And
understood it.
I don't understand it either. But then you think that some of these men they think they God gift to somebody. No, we are the gift, honey. We are the gift. You fall in line.
James
Period.
Brown said it's a man's world, but it's
We
nothing
hold
without a
the
woman,
key
and I
to the
find
city,
that
honey.
so true. Because at the end of the day, the same ones that'll be quick to fix their mouth and disrespect the woman, but the same one when the police get behind them and they locked up and they calling Shay or their baby mama or their sister, because they call them mama tired of bailing them out. So I don't understand why so many black men, young black men, and I could even just say the young ones, because it's some of the old ones out here that's just as disrespectful that will fix their mouth to type
Mhm.
or say anything, or their hands to type or say anything disrespectful to a woman. Like, I don't understand it.
Because they don't have no self respect themselves or they mother. And I ain't trying to talk about nobody's mom. They have been in situations when they mama allowed a man to disrespect her. And see, that's what I don't want my son to be like. I don't want my son to be. a man that disrespects women. I want my son. I'm raising a black man, a strong black man. Do you hear me? I ain't saying man, I'm man. I'm raising a strong black man. And I want him to be strong. I want him to take up for a woman. I want him to respect women. I want him to be a provider. I want him to be a protector. I want him to be a hard worker. And I want him to, if he needs to step in for his family, step in for his family.
Mm-hmm.
Be family oriented. Ain't nothing out here in these streets better than what you got at home. No matter how good they try to make it look. Because people they try to make themselves look so good, and then that your friends set you up with this woman. Because man, your woman, she just because she plus size, man. What you want her for? You know, and I'm like, it don't matter what size I am. I am a woman. Respect me, and I want
Yeah.
my son to be respected. Respect gets you somewhere.
I'm so glad I don't have a son, but I kind of wish I did have one, just because we need more strong black men, um, in and out of the community, and we need more women that are strong to stand up against people like those two guys that were coming. And I guess that's why people take. I get told all the time, I act like a dude. No, it's not that. I'm just not a simple chick. Like that little fly by night game y'all be running don't work with me. But it bothers me, and it bothers me even more that so many women be willing to accept men that act in that way. Like, it's crazy. I don't understand. I guess
Miss
it's not meant for me to understand it.
Girl, Miss Brown Eyes, we had a troll to call us Dusty, but it's okay. Like just because we
Dusty and paid. Dusty and paid. Remember that.
but I do want black men to be more of an example for their children and being their children. Like just you don't have to be with the kid's mother just for you to be in a relationship. I mean, to have a relationship with the child. And as mothers, we have to, even if it don't work out, we have to stop holding a grudge because this man probably done moved on and allow him to see the kids. Now, if he's in a very toxic, he's in a toxic situation and stuff like that, you have a right to look out for your kids. But this man is a good father. Allow him to be the father and the example. Y'all can co-parent like efficiently if he is a good father. Now, if he's just a no
Oh,
good, if he's not a great father, then we have to, you have to, how can I put this? You have to learn how to co-parent. You have to learn how to co-parent.
speak on it. So um, I've never been the mother, never will be the mother, that keeps my kid away from her daddy. I never understood why women do it. I never understood why men did it.
I'm gonna be honest and judge me. Like me, um, my kid's dad, he don't call them hardly ever. He's not consistent. He doesn't support them, and he doesn't have his own place. He's toxic. He's not respectful. And I told him, once you become a father there's an example for a father, then you can see your kids. Yes, I let them go with his people for once a month, but as a parent, I have to shield my children from the toxicness.
I
I know.
Now I will agree with you. I'm speaking on fathers who are trying, whether it's I don't have a lot, but here's something, and they're trying to put in time. Because I would say I would be the first person to say
Mhm.
the financial part of it is great. The relationship is greater. Um, I'm sure my dad would mind me sharing this because he always tell his testimony and bring tears to my eyes. But um, when I was younger, I didn't know my dad's past until I was older. Of course, by then he had got himself together. But as a crackhead, a drug addict, or whatever he was doing, I never saw that side of him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my grandmother and my auntie took care of the financial part for my mom, so she didn't have to want for nothing. My dad is married, and my mom and my stepmom get along like they best friends because my dad is a man. He handles business. There's no my stepmama don't have to worry about if he's still fooling my mama. Like he handles his business when it comes to his kids, which
Mm-hmm.
is just me. That's not by my stepmom. My siblings are by my stepmom.
Right.
But growing up, I never saw. I mean, I've been to the crack house. It really wasn't a crack house. He turned into a crack house. My grandparents owned several houses, and my dad was given one to have somewhere to stay. Um, so I can recall times riding my bike to the house to go see him, and he's in there with no lights, no food, no nothing. And if all he had was $5, he gave me those $5. So I didn't care about what he did for me financially. He spent time with me. Even when he was behind prison walls, he did what he was supposed to do as a father. To me,
Mm-hmm.
that's a charming man. So I'm not saying that we should ignore um things like what you named, and just be like, oh yeah, my kids can still go. I have a problem with women who keep their kids away from fathers who are trying because of she don't like the girlfriend, or they were
Um,
still fooling around when he got with the girlfriend. Just petty stuff. Like I never understood that because me personally, I would
um,
give up all financial responsibilities from Kennedy's dad if he put in time. Because to me, time is something that we can't buy. It's more precious than any amount of dollar he can, any amount of money he can give me. I remember the times I spent with my daddy walking the railroad tracks, going to the store, getting a Hershey's Kisses bar, a Hershey's bar, than I did the money.
mm,
So to me, the time is more important. If a man is trying than women and men, because it's some bitter baby mamas that'll be like, no, I ain't doing this. And then there's some bitter baby daddies when the mother is just saying, hey, just come get them every now and then. I don't
right.
care about the money. So, if somebody's trying, I have a problem when the other parent is, keeping the kid from them. I don't care. I'll tell Kennedy dad in a minute, sir, look, that
Well, you
140 a month ain't helping me no way. So
child,
just, put in some time with it.
like, okay, I had a situation where he had called me and said, okay, Jamel's birthday was December the 26th. Oh, Monica, do you mind me surprising Jamel and come to see him on his birthday? I said, sure, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to take him to Chuck E. Cheese, celebrate his birthday. You can come after that. Nothing. Um, Excuses. I ain't got no ride, but you have a right to do everything else. And then the crazy part to me is you only bother when other people mention the children. If someone don't mention your children, you're not bothered. And that's why I say, I'm not keeping kids away, but you keeping yourself away from the kids. And I'm not going to allow you to. My kids ain't no toy. You can't pick them up, put them down, and pick them up when you feel
Hmm.
it. Either you gonna be a father or you're not. If you're not gonna be a father to them, stay away. Leave them alone. Stop playing with their mind. Stop playing with their heart. You're not. I'm not going. Like I told them, I'm not gonna allow you like to do them like you did me.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And
Look,
and and that's why I'm glad because I did have a lot of hate in my heart towards him. I did because the way he did me and I was good to him. He got stabbed like 6 7 times in the head. I took care of him and a newborn baby, and he betrayed me. But I thank God for where I'm at now, and I have forgiven. I have let go. I don't have nothing. All I see is a pitiful ass nigga. Excuse me for saying nigga, but just pitiful and full of excuses. And I deserve better. I deserved better. And I shouldn't allow myself to stay in that situation as long as I did.
yeah, I agree with you. I was withdrawn before Kennedy even got here, so it was easy for me to detach. Her daddy is definitely one of those. If we can't be
Sorry about
together,
that out and about.
uh,
Some people just
He's
Um,
definitely one of those. If we can't be together, he don't want to come around. Well, sir, there's nothing I can do for you.
right.
Um, cause my girl would tell anybody one thing about my mama, she gonna make it happen. Rain, hail, sleet, shine, snow,
That's how my kids.
Hurricane Katrina repeat. It don't matter.
Like that's how I am with my kids. Like I make it happen, even if I have to do without. But now I'm in a place where able to do for me. I'm able to do for my kids too. Cause it was a time like, ladies, we have to keep ourselves up. Let me just say this, honey. We can't forget about ourselves when we trying to be super mom. We got to keep ourselves up too. Because honey, we can let ourselves go, because we want to give our kids so much, but you can't forget yourself. You have to have that me time. And I'm finally getting to the place. I am at the place where I'm able to give you know, myself up because my self esteem was low. It really was low. But as time goes by, I'm just lifting myself up. I'm coming to my own as being like, I'm gonna be all right with these kids. I don't need no man, you know. And I'm like, I'm gonna be all right. We finna go on
Yes, you
vacation and
do.
huh?
Yes, you do. You do need one. You need one to be a man, though. We get complacent. I'm guilty of it too. I'm so guilty of it too. I'm bad about
Yes,
saying that.
and I do have one, but it's complicated, and like I don't know where I stand with you. You know, you not a great communicator, and I feel like you playing games with me, and so that makes me feel like, hey, you know, I'm
I just
basically
know sometimes us women, because we'll show be like, I don't need no man, and I don't. But at the end of the day, we all need somebody
yeah, and
because
I have said that. I have said that we all God didn't put us on this earth to be alone, but I don't want to be nobody game. Either you know what you
yeah,
want or you don't. If this ain't what you want, then you can go. Like, and God will bless me with something better. That means that this wasn't meant to be. And if
yeah.
we can go and you can go on for what you're used to or what you know, and I can move on to something better. Thank you, Miss
I
Out in the.
just I just know I'm guilty of saying that too. I don't need no man, and I don't, because I can't take care of myself. However, there's a difference between a man and a boy.
Yeah,
Um,
and I'm not saying that I don't have a man, man. He's a man. He have his own. He has a job. He has everything. But I question mark.
you just gotta know what you want when you come dealing with me. Um, so I don't need a man. I I, I want a man to be a man, not just pay a couple bills and
See, there was
you
there
know
was some men think
give
they
me
think,
some meat.
oh, because I pay a bill, oh, I'm paying bills, I'm providing. That makes me a good man. That's all what I can do. No, you got to bring more. When you have a strong black woman that's able to do for herself, she gonna want more than you just putting providing, giving money. Money ain't everything. What
Hmm.
else can you provide besides money and penis? Let's keep it real.
So this whole church side coming out of me, I need a man that's gonna lead.
Right.
And I'm talking about lead our family spiritually. One thing I remember is two things that came out that stood out to me when I was going through my premarital counseling that will always stick with me. I don't care how old I get. Two things my pastor said that I'll never forget. Number one is,
Mm-hmm.
and he said this specifically to my ex-husband, any decision you make does not just affect you, it affects your entire household. I
Mm-hmm.
never forget it. That and it was just on the tip of my tongue. The liquor started kicking in. Oh my god!
What?
My mind just went blank just that quick. It was that one, and there was one other that I'll never forget, and I said all the time. But it was talking about the responsibility of the man.
Right.
Um, never stop dating, which was to both of us. And I think so many times men become complacent with, well, I'm providing and I'm doing this and I'm doing that,
As
to
long
where
as I
he
got
forgets to
you
date
now.
his, yeah. and then forgets to continue to date, and so now you have the woman that's trying to continue the dating scene, but he's so withdrawn because he forgot that part. I'm paying bills, I'm working, I'm taking care of the house. What more you want? So now asking for a date is asking for too much. Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
Exactly.
Send me
Like
send me somebody that know what to do.
exactly. Like you can't say, "Oh, I'm paying all the bills. I'm coming home. I'm tired all the time." Then you know what I'm saying, you don't have no time for us. Us is you was putting in time together to build each other up, to talk, to love on each other, go on dates, and stuff like that. You don't you feel like long I did that all in the beginning, but now that I got you and I know that I got you, you in love with me now. Oh, I'm just gonna stop everything else I do. You can't do that because you're taking your woman for granted. And when you take your woman for granted, it's gonna be another man that's gonna be able to step in, that's gonna be able to do everything
Hmm.
and then you gonna be left out in the cold feeling stupid because guess what? I lost my good thing because I couldn't be consistent because I was scared or I was worried about what my family gonna think or what other people gonna think.
Ooh, and boy, don't reality set in after a while though.
Mm-hmm. Like one thing for sure, I know. Hold on, y'all. Child, I got my daughter in here. Girl, come sit down. Um, yeah, out and about, honey. Just as women, I know that we can. I know I can. I can do this a lot. I can be at your in your ear fussing and being, but you won't hear that if you be consistent. And
Yeah,
I know
I just wanted
some,
to point out when we say I don't need a man, because I know I'm bad about that too.
I am,
And
but I'm
that's
better
it
saying.
really,
Go ahead.
just talking to some of my guy friends, um, to them that's kind of like a turn off because now they feel like they,
It needs to
even
be.
if they know they can offer you what you're worth and more than what you probably would desire, to them that's just kind of like a brush off. And
Mm-hmm.
I know so many of us be like, I don't need a man. I can take care of this and I can take, because I know I'm bad about saying it and I'm working on it.
Me
But
too.
I had to stop saying that because if I meet somebody that can be everything I need and more, then I may run him away because he may feel, I won't
Too good
say
to
less
be true.
than. Yeah, like, well, I don't measure up to what she looking for because she already got this and got that. But you ain't telling this man how late at night you really be needing somebody to hold you
I you
because it's
do, child. I
cold.
ain't lie, honey. Some nights I be like, Lord, it just feels so good to just, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, I be like, it just feel good to just have a man present, wrapping his arm around you and just sleeping. It ain't got to be nothing sexual. It can just be next to someone and where you feel comfortable, where you feel at peace, and
Hmm.
where you feel like this is what life is about. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to lay in the bed by themselves. Shit, I know I don't. But I don't now, but that with two children, but that's two children.
I think that was the biggest adjustment I had to go through going through my divorce because like we was really, 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 really close.
Yeah. And that's where
Hence,
you do
we
your
still
talk.
close now, but on a different level. I just once I'm done with people, I'm done with people. But
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest adjustment. The routine, because the routine and having like being used to him being here all those years.
Hmm.
It's a different story now. I get in that bed in a minute and pass out. I don't even think about it.
But let me ask you this though: do you want a man presence there?
Don't ask me that, Monica. No. Right now, no.
Uh huh.
In years to come, maybe, but now, no.
Hmm.
Um, that's another story. But I guess you'd have to understand what I went through um during my process. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
traumatic or anything. But for the first time, I've been divorced for 3 years now. January this year made 3 years. So I was 31. 31 when I went through my divorce. I hadn't even made 31. I was getting ready to turn 31. So I was 30. And for the first time in my 30 years of living, I'll never forget it. Yeah, I was laying in my bed crying my eyes out, like crying out to God. And it's so crazy because we pray for things and then He reveal it to us and then we ignore it because we don't really want to accept what we're praying and asking for. And so I'm praying and I'm asking Him to reveal it to me. And every time I'm trying to reveal and ask Him to reveal things to me to stay within my marriage, He would show me something else. Like this is not for you. But I was hard headed. And so when I got to my breaking point and I broke, it was still hurtful, but I was at peace with my decision. And one
Mm-hmm.
day I was laying in my bed, and I just started crying like, why this happening to me? You know how we beat ourselves up. And for the first time in my 30 years of living and all the Sundays and Wednesday nights church services I've been in, I first time ever I ever heard God just directly speak to me. And I hate to get religious with this, but this is where I was in my life. Um, but for the first time in my 30 years of living, it was nobody in my house with me. No TV on, no nothing. I had blackout curtains, so it's completely dark in my room. And for the first time, I saw and I heard him speak to me and said, I had to break you to build you over again. I had to take everything that you were worshiping and honoring. I had to remove all of that out of your life for you to seek me again. And so I went through a time of rebuilding and healing myself, finding out who I really was, getting to understand the real me and what it was I really wanted in life. So,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm at in my life right now, I've gone through that process. I've accepted who I really am, what I want in life, whether it be from my own, my own personal goals or in the future if I decide to marry again. I had to go through a transitioning period. And I feel like I worked too hard to get my place to this place of peace that I'm not willing to settle. So for now, I'm okay with it. But I will say before I marry again, but before I get into a serious relationship, enough to where you can come stay in my house with me like that, then it definitely will have to be God sent.
Yeah.
Because I worked too hard to get to where I'm at. Like I risked it all. I lost it all. I risked everything. I gave it all up. Like I wanted nothing to do with it. I did a complete do over in my life. I sold everything. I got rid of everything. Anything we shared, anything from my past that was hindering me, like I let it all go. So now I'm in another space in my life to where
Right.
it don't bother me. I'm cool with where I'm at. I'm content. I'm happy. My kid is happy. Like I'm just not ready to risk losing all of that again, you know?
Yeah, your independence and
Yeah. Which I've
things.
always I've always had that, but it's a different me.
Yeah.
Um, there's a premarital Tish, there's a married Tish, and then there's a divorcee Tish. And I love the version of me that I am now.
Mhm. And I understand that. That's you know what I'm saying. Everybody, when it's a breakup, you go through so many different feelings and so many different cycles. Whew.
Mm,
That's why I say, that's why I say, me myself. That's why I say, if I ever get married, I want it to be God saying, I want it to be something that God is for me, because I already know I'm very, when it comes to vows being taken, and I want it to be real. I don't want nothing fake conjured up. I don't want nothing that somebody else got or some taking it from somebody. I don't want none of that. I want what God has for me.
yeah. That's definitely true. And that's a lot of the reason why I stayed. And my daddy doesn't get in my business, even though if things get too far, he definitely gonna jump in. But he was never the one to butt in to my business when it came, especially when it came to my marriage. However, the week leading up to me walking away, we had a heart to heart conversation. We talked every day, and he asked me some serious questions, and I did take my vow serious. But he came to me. He said, before you make any hasty decisions, make sure you've done everything under the will of God before you walk away. So I pondered on it. Well, did I do everything I was supposed to do? And I did. And the day I made the decision, I think it kind of surprised my ex-husband because normally I'd be like, "Oh, let's make it work," but I didn't. I had already found peace with it. So then that's when the transformation started, and I love it. I don't know. It's just I would say I long for somebody right now. Like I like I like the situationship I'm in right now the way it is. He has
Yeah.
his own, I have my own.
Hmm.
It's a special connection. Like I know when I need to see him, he knows when he needs to see me, and it just seemed to be at the same time. So, and I'm cool with that. He's cool with it. I'm cool with it for now. Who knows what the future holds? But as of
Right.
now, I long for nobody.
Okay. Well, I just say, I'm not saying I'm desperate for a man, but just to having some type of presence every now and then beside you and stuff like that, it you do miss that. And but I want the right kind. I don't want the
Hmm.
so
Yeah, it's a challenge every now and then. But
let it.
that, like I said, that was my biggest adjustment.
Uh,
Because Kennedy used to just feel that void, but then she's getting older, so she be in her own little world. Now I sleep in one spot all night, but I'll get in that bed and just pass out. It don't even bother me no more.
child. Okay. Well,
Well,
honey, let's get on out of here
yes,
because I'm
it's
sleepy.
I didn't realize it was almost 1 o'clock. Yes, and I need to put my
Yeah,
phone
we
on the
did this
charger.
having a good conversation. So, y'all, make sure if you have new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thank you, the Real Southern Belle, for coming on here and conversate with me and just keeping it a buck. So y'all have a good night. Make sure y'all come go to church Sunday.
We still virtual, but I'm gonna get on.
All
I
right,
think I have ADHD because I can't. My attention span is very short, but
girl.
I
Now
always
you
log
was
on.
virtual. I could not. I was doing everything else but listening. I said, but now that
See,
I
that
go
be
back,
me. I be cooking and doing lunch and everything else. But I go between my church and my dad's church. So,
okay. All
all right.
right,
Well,
y'all.
you have a good night.
Good night, out and about.